Hey, we've got exciting news about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge coming to Disneyland and Walt Disney World later on this year. Plus, we actually have firsthand account of someone who's been on Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, one of the two new rides coming to this incredible area that we're going to see later on. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be awesome, and the Force is going to be strong with us in today's WDW Parkhoppers Daily News. Well, when news broke about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I was one of the most excited people because I can remember being a kid and watching all of the Star Wars movies. I collected all the figures even before I'd seen the movie. So I was super stoked when they decided to bring out a Star Wars area in Disney. I mean, come on. It's not. Uh, it's a no-brainer that Disney's going to do Star Wars well. We've been to Star Wars days. We've been to the Star Wars weekends at Disney. It's an amazing property, and Disney's done a pretty decent job with it. So I was really excited when they came out with the announcement of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Now, since then, I've been a little disappointed at the size of the area that we're going to only get two attractions along with Star Tours previously built attraction. But I think it's exciting to have the immersive land. Plus, later on down the road, we're going to get that Star Wars hotel. But Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, they made the announcement this past weekend, and I think it broke the internet that Disneyland would get their attraction on May 31st. And then here in Walt Disney World at Hollywood Studios, we would get our attraction on August 29th. And that is super exciting for us because I'm looking forward to being able to get on these attractions, to experience it, to shop, to have an opportunity to purchase some things at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, to have some real authentic Star Wars gear. I'm excited about it. So there's some other information that has already been out about the Millennium Falcon attraction. But we also found out that someone at Entertainment Weekly has actually ridden the attraction. They put an article out the other day, and I wanted to talk about it. Star Wars actors brings their characters to life at Disney theme parks with the Rise of the Resistance ride. Now, one caveat, this person has not really been a part of the Disney experience, and the nomenclature is a little awkward, but 1 minute you're taking selfies with Blue Squadron X-Wing, the next you're getting swept up in a galactic space battle. That's how it goes at Galaxy's Edge Star Wars Land, opening at Disneyland this summer and Walt Disney World this fall. On the Rise of the Resistance ride, you'll be joined by Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, and Adam Driver, who've created footage to give Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, and Kylo Ren a presence in the attraction. As part of Entertainment Weekly's tour of the Disney theme park attractions, they're taking us on a tour of this yet to be finished attraction. So this is cool. This is just a model. We've seen this model before. It's not super duper exciting, but some of the details in this article are extremely fascinating. And then we found one other piece of exciting footage that I wanted to share with you. So let's talk about the experience on Rise of the Resistance. On the Rise of the Resistance, you'll be joined by Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, giving them that presence of the film that we talked about. The wait line begins in a mobile cannon turret, which forms an archway to a path leading to an ancient alien ruin carved into the rocky cliffs on the planet Batuu. Inside the Pueblo-like carved living spaces of the ancient Batuans, the line of would-be resistance volunteers passes an animated gawk droid, which is basically a walking battery powering the lights and communications gear. A little further down the line weaves you through an ancient worship site, although the little alcoves in the wall lined with mineral weeping stones who are missing the sacred objects they once held. Nearby is another mysterious room where numerous archways in the stone sealed shut with smaller, smooth rocks. The good guys aren't very careful with their ancient archaeological sites. They've used laser torches to carve open the ruins to create wider spaces for their blaster arsenal and flight equipment. As you enter the heart of the Resistance Command, a familiar droid appears, BB-8. He comes bearing a hologram of Ridley as Rey, telling visitors that they have to board the transport soon for a mission led by Poe Dameron. From there, a bay door opens and guests are hustled out past Dameron's signature black X-Wing and into the cargo bay of the transport flown another well-known Star Wars figure, Nien Nunb, the Celestin alien co-pilot who helped Lando Calrissian blow up the second Death Star. An animated version of the character barks at his passengers from the front, his jowls flapping like a stack of pancakes. For the voice, the Imagineers hired Kenyan actor Kisbang Rotik, who spoke the dialogue for the character in his native tongue in both Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. Once the transport bay doors close, visitors watch on monitors as they are cleared for takeoff. Before the ship rises, Isaac emerges from the control center, Poe Dameron, and climbs into his X-Wing, continuing to communicate with Nunb and your ship as you lift off into space. But before long, the convoy is intercepted, as they always are, by a First Order Star Destroyer. Poe can't fight it off on his own, so he has to retreat, promising to bring back help. A tractor beam pulls the transport into the destroyer, and when the doors open, guests are standing in a giant auditorium-sized First Order hangar filled with scores of stormtroopers and hung with TIE fighters along the walls. That's one of the most amazing scenes that I cannot wait to see. Stormtroopers are going to be animatronic with slight movement, suggesting they are actually alive, but they'll also be slightly smaller than visitors realize to create the illusion of hangar size. From there, visitors are hustled into another room where Kylo Ren once tortured Poe Dameron. You don't stay there long because you learn something valuable that the Resistance needs to fight the First Order. And once you get broken out of the cell, the ride will continue. Disney Park officials won't say exactly how long the Rise of the Resistance ride lasts, but it's not the 28 minutes that's been rumored online. Once you flee out of the interrogation room, you board a trackless cart that will guide you through the rest of the ride, gliding from one hangar that contains two AT-ATs and eventually bringing you face to face with Kylo Ren. Exactly how he and Finn appear in the ride are still under wraps, but Imagineers confirm that both Driver and Boyega are involved in bringing the characters to life. Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm super duper stoked for this land. The only downside, and I don't want to be a negative ninny, is the fact that I have a sneaky suspicion that I'm not going to be able to get into this ride for quite a while because in Disneyland, they're expecting 250,000 people. And just by way of comparison, all of Walt Disney World with their guests and cast members and all the people in the parks and resorts are around 250,000. So they're going to try to fit all of Walt Disney World into the space of Disneyland. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. I'm looking forward to see how it works out here in Walt Disney World. But if you want to be kept in the know, my friends, make sure that you find us over at WDWParkhoppers.com. If you really want to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest, make sure that you sign up for our newsletter, WDWParkhoppers.com/newsletter. We send that out at least once a week, giving you updates on where we're going to be, what we're doing, and some late breaking news when we get it and share it with you. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the daily shows. Let me know in the comments what you like, what you didn't like. Maybe we could change it up, make it better. This is a new, exciting experiment for us. We hope to be bringing it to you for a long time in the future. But until then, thanks for watching. My name is Parkhopper John. If you want to share this video, like it, subscribe it, hit the little bell icon. That'd be awesome. And share the Disney magic with all your friends. Come find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube at WDW Parkhoppers. And again, WDW Parkhoppers, 4 parks, 1 world, and everything in between. See you real soon.